Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sam, and I am a student outreach manager here at British Airways, and I'm also joined today by Leslie.
Hi everyone. As Sam has said, my name is Leslie and I'm the Work Experience Manager at British Airways.
So, what are we going to cover in the next 10 minutes or so? We are going to look at what work experience opportunities are available for students and young people just like yourself. We're going to go into a little bit more depth of when they're available, how you apply for them, and our top tips to make sure your application stands out. So, why does work experience matter? First of all, you'll have heard this from school or college, but hear it from us as well. Work experience is one of the best things that you can do as a young person to, first of all, discover what is out there. You know, if you've not entered the world of work yet, how do you know what you want to do? Work experience is a great way to get a bit of a taster of different things. You build skills across your work experience that you might not get to do otherwise. And these skills that you develop on your placements and programs and insight days, you will use for life within the workforce. And work experience finally is a really exciting opportunity to get a bit of a behind the scenes look at how a global airline like British Airways operates, which is a really unique opportunity and people don't really get that very often. So it's very exciting that we're able to offer work experience to students to be a part of that. So, work experience is your chance to learn from all of our colleagues. We're very lucky that we have colleagues who have been at British Airways for a very long time, so they have lots of experience to share. It's your opportunity to ask questions, and it's your first step in building your career journey, just like every other person here at British Airways. So what I'm going to do now is hand over to Leslie, and she is going to talk you through the different types of work experience opportunities that we have available here at British Airways.
Thank you so much, Sam. We have two types of opportunities that are available for students to join us for work experience at British Airways. We have Insight Days and we have placements. So in more detail, Insight Days are one-day experiences designed to give you a taster of life within British Airways. So it's kind of like a behind the scenes tour of what happens within British Airways. Um, these kind of events are really good for students that are unable to commit to a work experience placement. That could be, for example, their school doesn't authorize them to be able to take more than one day out of their school time. So these events still will give those students the opportunity to hear from our experts and to still have that time to have that taster within British Airways. The next type of opportunity is placements, and these are longer, more structured work experience placements. They last from around 3 days and can go up to about 5 days as well. You'll spend those days with us, shadowing colleagues, learning about different roles within the business, and even taking part in small projects. For some of those work experience placements, you'll be able to present those back at the end of your placement. Both options are designed to be welcoming, inclusive, and valuable for you as students, whether you already know what you'd like to do or you're just exploring. Thank you, Sam. So we're going to start with Insight Days. So our Insight Days, as you can see on screen, are for January to March. We already have all of our spaces allocated for September to December. So this is now looking ahead to January, from January to March. And these experiences will open on Wednesday, the 10th of September. So looking at our Insight Days in a bit more detail then, for our airport operations Insight Days, we have airport operations, ground operations, winter ground operations, and flight operations. Within these types of Insight Days, you'll be able to hear from professionals, people that are actually already working within the business. You'll be able to engage in quizzes, activities, and workshops, and you'll also be able to engage in a Q&A session with some of our apprentices and some of our graduates around the business. So that can also continue to give you a taste of what it is like to work within a global airline. We move down our Engineering Insight Days. These take place at our Global Learning Academy and they take place in our aircraft maintenance department. So you get the opportunity to engage, similarly like the airport operations insight days, engage in hearing from some of our colleagues that have worked within the business. You'll also engage in activities such as hand skills activities. You'll be able to engage in tours around our engineering base, and you'll also be able to have Q&A sessions with our apprentices and with our graduates who are working with us within the airline, and get to hear their experiences, again, building on giving you a taste of what we do at British Airways. And then lastly, we have our business insight days, and these typically take place at our headquarters, Waterside. And as you can see, we've got two types. So we've got the business insight day and the sustainability insight day. They follow the same format as the insight days above, in that you'll have the opportunity to speak to professionals, you'll engage in workshop activities, and you'll also be able to engage with some of our colleagues on a Q&A panel, again, getting a taste of what it's like to work within British Airways in these different departments. Thank you, Sam. So moving on from our insight days, we have our placement opportunities. So as you can see, with our engineering placement opportunities, we are very fortunate to have bases around the United Kingdom. And as you can see, we've got Heathrow, Cardiff, Glasgow, and Edinburgh, where you'll be able to engage with our teams there. You will be able to shadow some of our colleagues that are taking part, for example, on engine runs or doing routine checks on our aircraft to ensure that we are safe and secure and are able to carry our customers safely to and from their destinations. Lastly, you will also see that we have airport operations placements. So that will take the form of customer service or ground operations. So in our customer service placements, you will have the opportunity to shadow our colleagues who check in at different areas of the terminal. For example, we have landside, which is where, as a customer or as a passenger, you will check in for your flight. And you'll also be able to see our airside activity, which will be where our customers board or we meet the arriving flights from different destinations into Terminals 5 and Terminals 3. And then lastly, we've got our ground operations placements. And again, these take place over at Heathrow Terminal 5. And you will then be able to see what the journey of our luggage is like. For example, once you've checked in a bag, I don't know if you ever often wonder, where does your bag go? So you'll be able to see behind the scenes what that looks like, and the processes that enable that bag to safely get from the check-in desk to our aircraft. You will also be able to speak to our baggage loading team, loading and logistics teams, and have the opportunity to speak to our aircraft dispatch managers. And these are the people that are in charge of ensuring that our aircraft are signed off and ready to fly to our destinations. So you'll have the opportunity, as you can see from our insight days and our placements, to see different parts of our business and places that actually make up what we do and who we are as a global airline. Thank you, Sam. So, how to apply for one of these amazing opportunities, I hear you ask. Well, first things first, visit our BA Careers website, and this will take you through to the Speedbird Z website. Now, that is a website that is dedicated to all student information with regards to work experience opportunities. You will then go on and complete the learning modules and the associated tasks. For example, for our work experience placements and for the engineering and flight operations insight days, you would need to complete a project, which you will then upload as part of your application. So at the end of the modules, you'll have the opportunity to click on the opportunity that you would like to apply for, and then you will submit your application. Once your application has been submitted, myself and the rest of the team will review each application. We will then provide you with an outcome once we have reviewed all applications. Should you be successful, you will then receive an email requesting that you accept the offer for work experience. Once we have completed the required checks and you have submitted the relevant documentation, you will then be able to start your journey with us at British Airways. So here are some top tips from me with regards to your applications. First and foremost, I cannot stress this enough. Ensure that you do your research into the department that you would like to join. It's important that you do that for the company, as I said, as well as that department, because again, it shows us that you have taken an interest and you are motivated to take part in one of our work experience opportunities. We ask that you be authentic. Excuse me. For example, we want to hear your voice come through the application. We don't want to really see a lot of things that have been copied and pasted from the internet or any heavy use of artificial intelligence. We want to ensure that you come across bold, so don't be afraid to show forth your passion and your confidence. This is what makes you stand out from other people and other applicants and enables us to remember you and remember your application. Do link your interests to British Airways. For example, as you can see there, if you enjoy problem solving, talk about that when you're actually applying for your opportunity within engineering or within operations. If you, for example, enjoy teamwork and looking after people, put that as part of your customer service application. Do ensure that you link your interests, as it says here. Do keep your application clear and simple when you're answering the questions. Keep them concise and to the point. Look at the question and ensure that your answer answers the question. And by doing so, we're able to then see again these things that stand out when it comes to reviewing your applications. And then lastly, do ensure that you check for spelling and grammar. I've seen it time and time again when we've received applications through, and it's just these little things. So just ensure that you check it over before you submit that application. Again, attention to detail, as you can imagine, is key within aviation. So I'm now going to hand back over to Sam, who's going to take us through what else to expect if you're successful.
So if you have been informed that you've been successful for a placement or an Inside A opportunity, huge congratulations. In terms of next steps, you'll receive an email from our team. It will send you to a portal that we use called RefZ. It is a platform that allows you to upload the important documents that we need for your placement. The main ones being a copy of your passport, a school consent letter from your teacher or school or careers advisor allowing you to take part in the placement, and a passport style photo for any IDs that you might need. Once this has been reviewed and checked, you'll then be sent an email advising you that we've got everything that you need. And within that email, if you've applied for a placement or an Insight Day that actually has multiple dates available, a form will be included within that email so that you can indicate which days you can and can't do. Then 2 weeks before your placement or Insight Day, you'll be sent in a welcome pack, which will provide you with all the details that you need for your placement, where to go on day one, what time to meet at day one, what to wear, what to expect, everything that you can imagine and would need for a successful placement with us. And what would you expect on day one of your placement or Insight Day? So you will always receive a very warm welcome from everybody here at British Airways, whether that's a member of our team or the area that you're going into. You'll typically be met straight away by them and they will tell you who you can contact on your placement for that day and across the week. So you'll always have it really clear of who you need to go to if you have any questions or any problems across your placement. A typical day will involve lots of different things depending on the area that you're in, but you'll always meet different colleagues, you'll learn from them, you'll see behind the scenes and have access to things that other students and young people don't get to see. You'll take part in skill development activities and you'll explore different career paths that are available within aviation. You'll be supported throughout, so you'll never be on your own. You'll never do a Insight Day or a placement on your own. You'll always be joined by other students. So that is a little bit reassuring that you're not just on your own, and also really nice because we see work experience students make friends for life, which is really lovely to see. And all of our mentors are trained in supporting young people's well-being on placement, so you'll be supported throughout your placement with us. We ask that you arrive on time, you dress smartly and appropriate for the placement area that you're going into, and bring that positive attitude that made your application stand out. It's your chance to make a great impression, but also you've put all the hard work into applying for a placement with us. It's your chance to now enjoy yourself and have fun. Don't forget, you've applied via Speedbird Z. Another great use of our Speedbird Z platform is our digital mentors. So make sure that you reach out to the mentors on the site and ask them for any top tips. They'll have either done work experience themselves previously, or they help on placements, and you might get to meet them whilst you're in the business with us. The QR code on the screen there will take you directly to the site, and if you do need any further information, you can always contact us at work.experience@ba.com. So finally, I'm going to end with some former work experience students of ours sharing what they most enjoyed about their placements, and we'll recap on the application window.
My name is One. I did the community investment work experience, and I was inspired to do so I could learn more about the culture at BA.
Hi guys, my name's Adam, and my favourite part of my placement was sitting in a live pushback tug and pushing back an A380.
Hi, I'm Alana. My favourite part about my placement at BA was meeting all the new people who work in customer service.
Hi, my name is Yogesh, and my favourite part of the engineering placement was learning the technical intricacies of the aircraft.
Hi, my name is Hamad. I really want to become an engineer in the future, so this is a really good opportunity for me to get hands-on experiences and really expand my practical experiences.
Hi, my name is Yusuf and I'm a work experience student. The highlight for me was starting up the APU of an aircraft. It definitely brought my passion for aviation to life.
Hey, I'm Zach. I loved the finance placement at BA because it had such unique applications of finance that I haven't seen in any other company.
Does a placement at British Airways sound like something you would enjoy? Well, applications are now live and open on our website. What are you waiting for? Submit your application. We look forward to welcoming you soon.
My name is One.
So thank you so much, everyone. As the theme says, applications are now open Wednesday, the 10th of September, and they will be open until Thursday, the 25th of September. That is when they will close. So we look forward to seeing your applications, and we look forward to welcoming you to British Airways. Thank you.
Thank you.